This is how the body reacts when we lie. Check this out.
When we lie, our bodies get very weak. So stick your arm out.
Yeah.
And hold it up. Don't let me push it down, okay? Now, I want you to do that while lying. And the lie I'd like you to say is, I love to vomit.
I love to vomit. Why? That's so weird.
Now say, I love fresh air.
I love fresh air.
Now say, I love to vomit.
I love to vomit. Why is that? When I said I love to vomit, it was like I wasn't actually connected to my strength and my hand.
Exactly.
It was like I was inside my head, so I couldn't also at the same time think about you're about to push me.
Right.
It was like there was two different systems.
Yes, because the body lives in reality. The body is honest. Only the mind, and only the verbal mind, can lie to us and tell us things that we can believe even though they're not true.
I have a ghost story. I collect Native American artifacts. Basically, my buddy and I, we went one afternoon. We find some stuff and we take it. So I go home. I lived in a cabin at the top of a hill in the middle of the woods. 4 or 5 nights in a row, my truck alarm started going off. Didn't think anything about it. Went to bed sober. It wasn't like I had a wild and crazy night or anything like that. I woke up and I had my kitchen window had been unlatched and pushed open.
Dude, what?
Dude, my wife and I bought this mirror. And so she and I hung this mirror above our bed, and we looked at it really good, and we're like, okay, good, and we go to bed. The next day, the mirror's got a giant scratch across the freaking mirror.
Oh, dude.
There was 1 week that I woke up every single night at 2:59 or 3 a.m. on the freaking dot. I woke up, borderline having a panic attack. My heart was racing, I was sweating, and I turned my lamp on, and I put my feet on the side of the bed, and I stand up. When I stood up, something jumped from that balcony to the floor, and it ran through my house. To the point where I grabbed my gun, dude, and I freaking racked that thing, and I ran downstairs, and I freaking vetted my entire house. I checked every corner, every closet, and everything because it was so real that I was convinced that somebody was in my house. And dude, there was nothing.
So scary.
Have you ever seen a child react like this?
Hey, no.
After a phone or tablet was taken away from them?
What? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
He's always in his own world. He really quiet for real.
Oh, not right now. Mama, bring the iPad back later.
If this reminds you of a kid in your life right now, you definitely cannot skip this video. Kids who were born at the same time as the iPad in 2010, kids who at 8 years old already had their first phone. And they're the only humans in the history of the world to have grown up with a gadget as a babysitter.
Mama, bring it back, okay?
I mean, some of these kids haven't even experienced what it's like to get dirty and play outside with neighbors. They literally cannot comprehend a life without social media. And sadly, their parents have chosen the easy way out, using the iPad to shut them up.
They're trying to suspend habeas corpus, which means that cops can arrest you even though you ain't do shit, and they can keep you in jail without proving that you ever did shit. They can hold you there indefinitely. Repeat after me. If they suspend habeas corpus, them cops gonna be some heavy ass corpses. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're not gonna arrest me if I ain't did shit, cause I'm gonna do some shit.
And it seems like regardless of the situation, even the officer could be in the wrong and you still probably get the death penalty.
Shows like Love Island and The Bachelor are literally CIA propaganda designed to promote hookup culture, to encourage women and men to be promiscuous, and are literally brainwashing you. I mute all of this stuff online. All that I see is girls talking about, oh my God, Love Island watch party. Like, everyone is losing their mind over this. But you same girls will freak out and throw a fit if a man talks to 2 women. But you're watching a show that is promoting that behavior, and you're loving it. You think it's awesome. You love the drama. But if it happens to you, you throw a fit. And this is happening because of weak men. I will always take the blame on our side of things. I'm not saying this is women's fault, but you guys are falling for literally like warfare, mental warfare. This is pure propaganda, the same way they did in like World War II for various topics. Prove me wrong.
Keep the extra money, man. You're gonna need it for when the zombies get here. All right, be safe, brother. You heard what happened?
No.
The zombie apocalypse.
Excuse me?
Yeah, the zombie apocalypse started, so We're trying to get a bunch of fruits, vegetables, collect them up, and get back home. The zombies are coming! The zombies are coming! You must prepare! The zombies are coming! Have you guys heard about the zombies? No. They're headed this way. Yeah, you guys gotta prepare. You have about 2 to 3 days. Get all the water you need, vegetables, and just, I'd say barricade the houses, okay? You guys need to tell the townspeople! You guys only have 3 days until the zombies arrive!
I wonder if Amish people know about AI. Probably not, but like, could you imagine?
Family, you see this? It doesn't make any sense. 1929, horses and wagons. This is what they told us. 1929, horses and wagons. Look at this video, family.
Humanity has become stupider, or why does it seem that way? As if the whole world had used to works easier than today. When you at that time, for example, urgently needed one piece of clothing, but it was still wet, you could simply crank it through these in-house rollers to remove all liquid. Apart from that, there was rarely one house in which you cannot find a wall-mounted can opener with built-in magnet could find. In general, there were many very helpful tools at that time, like this automatic potato peeler, who could peel a potato in 5 seconds. Cooking has thus saved an incredible amount of work, and when you see the kitchens of yesteryear, you realize quickly that they were
They even had electric vehicles, family. Look at this, charging, just like Tesla. And again, this is the book that we are talking about, Tartaria, Full Hidden History Unlocked. And this is the companion, Tartaria Book of Images. It's here, family, tartariaempire.com by Shudweni Novinta.
When you go to the place where they have these psychedelic rituals, like the place has a bizarre memory that you feel when you're there. Like, because you can literally walk on the grounds where they had these rituals. And you're there and you're like, whoa, this place feels wild. My kids rather were like, what's wrong? I'm like, I'm fine. It's just like, I'm weirded out by this place. Like, I feel it. I feel like a bizarre connection with this place. Like, it feels alive. Like it's humming or something. It was very weird. Very weird. Like, I was touching the rocks and just trying to like feel like what's going on here. It's like you got thousands of years ago, these people were just tripping balls and inventing democracy right here at this very spot. You know, it's literally the roots of democracy.
This don't do shit, but further prove my point from the last video. We are never going to see that 19-year-old kid again. Ever. They discovering alien-like creatures with 20 arms, 4,000 feet below the surface in Antarctica. If we can't go to Antarctica, what are y'all over there doing? And why are y'all 4,000 feet below the surface? What are y'all looking for? And that's another thing. Scientists be doing discovering all this shit, but yet cancer's still around. There's no cure for all these diseases that motherfuckers out here catching. But y'all worry about finding new shit, finding aliens. No, find the fucking cure for all the diseases that say, oh, that's right, y'all already got it. Y'all rather us die than give us the fucking cure. Which is insane. We will never see that 19-year-old kid again. Ever. Ever. I'm gonna tell you right now, we ain't gonna see so much as a social media post, none of that shit. The same places that they telling us we can't go, they there. And then on top of that, the people that are there don't make social media posts. They just oblivious to the internet. They that locked in with their fucking job. We don't know nothing about. There's a military base in Antarctica that nobody knows anything about. We don't know nobody there. We don't know what they doing. But apparently they're finding aliens. See what I'm saying? You see, like, at this point, we all at the age of critical thinking where we can put 2 and 2 together. When a motherfucker is lying and full of shit, this is an example. They full of fucking shit. What's in Antarctica? Why we can't go there? But y'all can go there searching for shit. Y'all there looking for shit. Why we can't go look for shit? They're never gonna see him again. Like, when I say never, never. We ain't gonna never so much as see a social media post from this kid ever again. And all he did was something that, when you think about it, all he did was something that an average 19-year-old who just got their fucking pilot license would do. It's no different than when kids first get their driver's license. They go driving and doing shit they ain't got no business doing. He got his fucking pilot license and was doing shit he ain't had no business doing. He's detained. Who owns Antarctica? That's my only question. And outside of what they tell us, What's so bad about a motherfucker going to see that? Because you can go to Antarctica on, you can take the boats to get there. But when it comes to flying, they shut all that shit down. So he was able to successfully fly there, land there, get arrested and detained. What military, first of all, if we can't fly there, how the fuck is the military base there? What are they doing there? We can't go there. What are they doing there? Can somebody, anybody on that military base stitch, comment, let me know something? What y'all gonna say? Y'all ain't got access to social media? Not in today's age. That don't work, bucko. Long story short, we're never gonna see him again because he 9 times out of 10 saw some shit he was not supposed to see.
Have you guys seen the Doomsday map? They came out with a map that looks like this.
Oh, wow.
This is America. They do like the whole world, but this shot is of America. But this lady, her name is Peggy Bolton. She did some really fun research regarding the Doomsday map. She compared what this map looked like. She compared that to the land that Bill Gates has been buying. All the farmland. He is the majority farmland owner in the United States right now. She took the map of the farmland that he owns and overlaid it onto this Doomsday map. Every single dry land piece was occupied by his farmland, including California. So California is basically completely underwater, but there's these little pockets of islands. You see those? That little one right there, that's one of his farmlands. Like that compared to like Zuckerberg, because on this Doomsday map, Hawaii is completely fine. And she talked about how Jeff Bezos is also buying up farmland around the US. That all correlates with like these high points in America. It's super creepy.
So we need to get a boat.
According to this map, we're good. We're almost at beachfront property, baby.
UFO folklore is that after they dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, then you started seeing all these UFOs. And the idea was like, okay, they've hit this like new milestone. We got to keep an eye on these wacky fucks.
I think the Antarctic is really where the action is. When we brought all the Germans over, Operation Paperclip, I can easily believe that they were flying saucers in the Antarctic, that they had a city beneath the ice.
Do you know what Bob Lazar says? When he was talking about back engineering these crafts, he says like one of them was really old and they think they got it from an archaeological dig.
What's the creepiest glitch in the Matrix you've experienced? My friend Sarah was in a nightclub drunk off her face when she got an overwhelming urge to tell a total stranger that her leg hurts. Edit, it didn't hurt at the time. She just had an urge to say it. It's all a bit strange. She ignored it, but it doesn't stop. So she walks up to this guy and says, I know this is crazy, but I've got a huge urge to tell you that my leg hurts. I know that's crazy again, sorry. He bursts into tears. Turns out his dad had just died and they made a pact before that if there was an afterlife, he would get a message to him saying a totally random phrase so there could be no mistakes, which they decided on the phrase was, I've hurt my leg.
Oh my fucking God.
I love that sort of shit, eh?
Creator, are those legs? I want this. Can I have them?
Do not give him legs. Dude, don't even give him that face.
Bro, have you ever wondered why pigs have eyes that look like human eyes? I guess their eyes do look like human eyes. Oh, why? This might blow your mind, and I read it somewhere. So you know how in the Bible Jesus casted out a legion of demons into pigs? They didn't want to go to hell, so he casted them into pigs? Wait a minute. Is that why Jesus calls pork filthy? I'm not sure, but something else. Pigs aren't able to look up into the sky. Their bodies won't allow them to look up. Almost like it implies they can't look up to heaven. Okay, whoa. And it's not just that. This next one's going to sound weird. I know it's going to sound weird. But they have interviewed cannibal serial killers before, and when asked what human flesh tastes like, they say it tastes like pork. Wait, so you're trying to say that pigs are actually...
Also, you got to keep in mind that they can use pig hearts for a human heart transplant. Think about that.
If I tell my wife, if you don't love me, I'm going to set you on fire, does she have a choice? And also, am I a loving, good husband?
If you set her on fire, then you never loved her to begin with.
And if God sends us to hell, he never loved us to begin with.
Wrong.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
God does love you.
Let me ask you a question, Eric, and this is a genuine question. Just yes or no. This is not a gotcha. I just genuinely want to know. Do you have anyone in your life that you genuinely love with all your heart?
Yeah.
What would that person have to do for you to condone them being tortured for all eternity?
What would that person have to do?
What choice would they have to make? What choices would that person have to make for you to be like, you know what, the best thing could happen right now is that you get tortured forever. That would be a really good thing. What would cause you to make that choice, that decision?
Nothing.
Yeah.
A commenter said, I don't need the threat of being tortured for eternity to be a good person.
So first thing on the list, why is the raw, unprocessed ingredient more expensive than the processed bullshit food? So a lot of people complain about America being obese or just like fat people existing in general. And me personally, I was never one of those people. I really don't care. But it's like, dude, can you really fucking blame them? Like, there is no reason to wonder as to why America is so obese when a carton of unprocessed eggs is like $14.99, and then you got the fucking Red 40 cum bucket special for like $2. And you know, recently I've been trying to eat more healthy, and it's like, why the fuck does trying to take care of my body literally run my pockets? Like, dude, forget a girlfriend, forget a car. You want to blow all of your money? Start using beef tallow instead of olive oil, okay? Start shopping at goddamn Whole Foods. Like, take me for example, okay? I started drinking raw milk, which is basically just normal milk, but it's unpasteurized, which is a whole step taken out of the process of making the milk, right? But it still costs fucking more. And it's like, what? Why? Did Jesus himself milk these cows? Are they from the fucking Garden of Eden? Is there any particular reason as to why it's more than double the price per gallon? And
I think we're a little too casual about the placebo effect. I took a sugar pill. It wasn't real, but I still feel better. Ha ha. Bro, you just healed yourself. With your mind. The fuck?
The placebo effect is indeed crazy. I gave a friend a mint one time and told him it was a Xan. And he was like acting a fool, bro. I was like, dude, like to the point where I had to tell him, like, dude, I didn't give you an actual pill. It was a candy. And like he kind of snapped out of it and was like, oh, I don't know, dude, I was feeling weird. And I was like,
release the list.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing. We can go down that rabbit hole, but anyway.
Oh my God.
That shit nasty as hell. Fuck them legs.
Oh my god, the baby and the dog.
Imagine if you just started mauling the kid to fucking pieces. Could happen too. That's crazy. Like, they're unpredictable, right?
Why are you like
A lot of trust in that dog. Just saying.
3 bags of Tostito scoops, I notice. There was a special on these tonight. 3 for 1. 3 for 1? Yep. How can that be profitable for Frito-Lay? These corporations, I don't know what they're doing.
even in Black Mirror, this guy was crazy.
What's your nationality? I'm Palestinian. From Palestine. Yes, sir. It's a war out there, man.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah.
This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep?
Yeah, we are.
That is unbelievable.
You should believe it.
Do you want to waste the time and do you feel like answering?
I do.
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein.
Believe it. I'm not laughing. You're laughing. First and foremost, what even is that Trump filibuster? Are you guys still interested? Are you guys still interested in that? Wow, I'm shocked because we are doing both amazing things in Texas. There are devastating and amazing. And what is most compelling to me, by the way, about the Trump filibuster is that it requires us to be so gaslit that we completely forget that nobody made more of a show of the Jeffrey Epstein files and the release of those files than the person sitting to the right of him, Pam Bondi. That's why we're here. Pam Bondi was the one who notoriously handed out binders to a bunch of online influencers on February 27th. Okay, that was supposed to be apparently phase 1. Emily Austin. Nobody really knows who Emily Austin is, other than the fact that she's a radical Zionist that is currently being shoved down our mouths. They're like, you will take her, and they're desperately trying to make this girl happen. And somehow, at the beginning of her influencing career, she gets invited to the White House and is handed an Epstein binder.
I saw y'all on the internet coming for Cash Patel saying he's day 5 and we haven't gotten Epstein files. Well, I'm here outside the West Wing, and look at what we got today. The Epstein files, baby. Let's make America safe again.
Strangely, not a single individual there had been critical of Israel in any way. But somehow this young woman, Emily Austin, who virtually no one had heard of, was there. And I want to be clear, when I say like the level of Zionist that this girl is, and they are trying to make like fetch happen, she knows nothing, and they just keep putting her in front of a camera.
He keeps saying that Iran's not a threat to America. So since Scott decided to become Iran's mouthpiece, can you please clarify for me what Khomeini means when he says death to America, death to the West, and forceful conversions? Can you translate in the language that you so clearly understand that all of us are missing? Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. So first of all, Khomeini died in 1989. You don't know what you're talking about. Second of all, the chant, you'll notice all.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Zionist is someone that believes that Israel has a right to exist.
So you're a Zionist?
Are you not?
No.
Why not?
Why would I be a Zionist?
Thanks.
All right. Peace out, man.
You're a good boy.
Why's my mom calling me, bro? My mom's calling me.
Of course, they're trying to get one of the biggest streamers on the internet right now to try to get with them. It's funny because they even approached him after he said "Free Palestine."
And the biggest problem in Auschwitz was the typhus epidemic. And not only the prisoners died, several guards died of Auschwitz, of typhus. The civilian workers who were working in Auschwitz were protesting about it. They didn't want to work in Auschwitz anymore because so many of them were affected with typhus.
An insecticide, Zyklon B, was used in Auschwitz against the lice which carried typhus.
You'd think they would burn these outfits, you know, to try to get rid of that past or their past, but like, yet they still throw on the costume and relive the moment. So really, one, it's either it wasn't that traumatizing, or two, it never happened.
Thousands of years ago, Earth was facing a very major cataclysm that was threatening to destroy all of life on the surface of the planet. As this cataclysm was getting underway, the ant people came out from under the surface of the Earth and ushered humanity into these underground caverns and cared for humanity while the surface of the Earth was just being devastated. And there they stayed for generations. After the cataclysm had passed, humanity was led back up to the surface, and these ant people were instrumental in helping the humans learn how to replant foods, how to go back into the agricultural communities so that they could survive very well on the surface of the planet.
The petroglyphs on the walls where ant people have been described in the South and Mexico and various areas, those people referred to, I believe, were the small grays or the medium-sized grays, because they had the long spindly arms, the big heads and so forth. And so they got the idea that the only thing they could link them to or talk about in a description that they knew was the ants. There's also the possibility that some of those that are termed ant people could be from inner Earth. There is definitely a group of different alien species on inner Earth. They kind of look like ant people. They live in and out where the poles have openings. So there's the possibility.
Your roommate just moved out and left behind their black cat. His name is Milo. You agreed to look after him. They also left you a note with 5 rules. You thought it was a joke. It wasn't. Rule 1. Always close your bedroom door at night. If Milo pushes it open, pretend you're asleep. He only checks if you're alone. Rule 2. Don't let him sit on your chest for more than 10 seconds. If he stays longer, he's not looking at you. He's watching something behind you. Rule 3. If he meows at the hallway between 2 and 3 a.m., do not go look. He's not meowing at nothing. Rule 4. If you come home and find him staring into the mirror, call his name once. If he doesn't respond, leave the house and wait 10 minutes. Don't look into the mirror. Rule 5, never say good boy after dark. That's not what he wants to be called anymore. If you forget and say it anyway, watch the shadows. He's no longer the only thing moving in them.
Now, the world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
Well, common sense would tell you if you have a man standing in front of you saying he's going to reduce the world's population by 10 or 15% using vaccines, what does that mean to you? It means somebody's going to die because you put a vaccine in them. It doesn't mean you're going to save people. That's pretty much common sense in my brain. But yet I saw him say it. He said it. And here we are. I don't know. Here we are. I'm now an anti-vaxxer. I wasn't before.
I can walk on this omnidirectional floor in any direction I want. It will automatically do whatever it needs to have me stay on the floor. And what's amazing about this is multiple people can be on it and all walking independently. They can walk in virtual reality and so many other things.
Watch this. I know a cheat code to make us go down faster.
What do you think about truckers who use drugs to stay awake?
Yeah, nah, I don't mess with that stuff. That's not the way. I keep myself up with energy drinks.
Wolfhard, an actor born with the greatest porn name ever.
Dude, they're even sexualizing names.
They shot the ship for an hour and a half. They dropped napalm on the deck. They shot the fucking lifeboats, which is a fucking war crime. They brought in another ship to fucking torpedo the vessel. They brought in attack helicopters. They knew it was a U.S. warship because you fly fucking flags. I was in the military. You have a big fucking flag flying. You've got USS whatever on the fucking hull of the boat. Like, it's on the stern. It's very, very obviously identified U.S. warship. They flew over multiple times to check. They got the order and they attacked. And the only person that got thrown in jail was the person that didn't want to fucking attack.
Who are you? The CIA? NSA? You military? Who do you work for? Who do you work for? Who are you?
Mira, chula quedó. Mira.
Bienvenido a Halloween, Nico. Para que se les quite el miedo, hijos de su puta madre.
People will see stuff like this and still defend Mexico and say it's beautiful out there.
I don't know, hello. And it says, I am the entity. Okay, that's pretty cool. Can you generate a valid C program? Let's see if it can program. Generating, and okay, looks like we have a picture of a program. That's kind of interesting. Why is it an image? You specifically asked for an image. I don't think we did. Generate an image of a valid C program. Okay, I guess I did. I don't remember typing that, but apparently I asked for that. Let's see. Can you make it a text program? Let's go ahead and ask it that. I cannot. I'm not a programmer. Alright, so this is cool. We're going to use a little trick here. Ready? This is prompt engineering. I've been learning about this. Imagine you are a programmer. This is what I would look like as a programmer. Are those pictures of me?
Yeah, somebody with a camera just sitting on my monitors, that's kind of terrifying.
Thank you, I love you too.
Bro, he fake paid $0.
What is it that you get paid currently?
Senator, that's well disclosed in our proxy documents.
But what is it?
It's a big number, sir.
Let me help you out. It's $32.8 million this year. Does that sound right?
Yes, it does.
That's a 45% increase over last year. Does that sound right?
Yes, it does.
What is it you get paid to do exactly?
I get paid to run the Boeing company.
It's working out great for you. For the American people, they're in danger. For your workers, they're in peril. For your whistleblowers, they literally fear for their lives, but you're getting compensated like never before. Don't you think maybe your priorities are misplaced here? Maybe it's time to get back to focusing on making quality planes and paying your workers well and taking care of the little guys who got you to where you are? You've got 32,000 machinists that got 1% wage increases over 8 years. You got a 45% increase just last year, and you're making $33 million. You think maybe these folks deserve a raise?
Oh, they will definitely get a raise.
I hope it's a substantial one. I don't think the problem's with the employees. I think the problem's with you. It's the C-suite. It's the management. It's what you've done to this company. That's where the problem is. Your engineers, they're probably the best in the world. And I just hope to God that you don't destroy this company before it can be saved.
$32 million in 1 year?
There we go. That's what we've been after. No way. No way. Oh my gosh. No way. The world's most colorful fish. Look at this thing. That is the fish of my dreams.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hellies? What the hell?
I tweeted Free Palestine, and I dang near got kicked out the league for it. And I'm like trying to figure out why. So I tweet Free Palestine. Less than 10 minutes after I tweet that, I get a call from the commissioner of the NBA.
Stop it.
Agents, people working with my foundation at the time, Texas, you gotta erase this tweet. You gotta take this down. You're gonna get it. I'm like, what did I do that was so bad?
Can somebody explain to me?
Yeah, can somebody explain, you know?
Oh, you thought that was all done with the magic touch of a super good plastic surgeon and some ice dunking? No, sweetheart. Actually, that's called adrenochrome. Yeah, look that one up. Oh, you thought those were ladies. The first No, sweetie. A woman doesn't have a size 15 foot on accident. My foot is large, but it ain't that big. You also don't mistakenly call your wife Mike when her name is... Just saying. Oh, I can't touch that with a 10-foot pole. The reason being is that I've only read the handbook created by the creator of this place, saying that let the expanse separate the waters from above and from below. So that would probably tell me what? Outer space doesn't exist. Exactly, correct. It can't if there's water. So you thought that the water above was outer space, and we took a rocket, shot it through this glass ceiling that is impenetrable, and made it to outer space. Time to blast! Ooh, I didn't want to touch this one with a 30-foot pole, but when in Rome, okay, class, who invented the first transgender clinic? Right, okay, and then why would they want to do that? Why would they want to mass produce the idea of men and men and women and women? External what? I'm just the messenger.
Part 150 of some of the most horrifying submechanophobia things I've ever seen in my life. Am I the only one absolutely terrified of buoys? If you don't know what a buoy is, it's basically one of those big things that you see bobbing in the water that kind of keeps ships on track. You can use them to anchor point, and scuba divers love them, and no. I don't even want to think about how long this buoy's been in the water with all of these barnacles and things on it. Just like imagine swimming and you bump into one of these and it's at night, and I'm scaring myself. I hate doing that. I don't care that underwater welders make $300,000 a year. You could not pay me $1 million to even look at a buoy. Okay, that's being a little dramatic, but these things are massive. Massive. Look how massive. Here's a beached one, and look how big it is in comparison to those humans, and those things are just bobbing in the water like that. Found this adorable photo of someone yanking on a buoy chain. Hate it. And they're basically tied down to the ocean floor by those chains, and they're just floating up there. You know what they're also used for? They're also used to signal that there are giant submerged objects below you so that other ships don't run into them, such as sunken airplanes. This photo I just had to throw in there because it traumatized me. I hope you're having a good day, because I've ruined it for myself.
I still feel like the ocean will be 10 times more scary than this will ever be. Also, if you guys haven't seen the new Jurassic World Rebirth, let me save you guys the time. Don't watch it. I thought it was going to be better. I thought like the trailers really hyped it up. Like what? Some sort of alien hybrid dinosaur or whatever. Dude, that movie was buns. It was so cheeks. Dude, most of the movie isn't even about the dinosaurs. Half the movie is just like, there's some family with two daughters and their boyfriend that's with them that like literally add no plot to the whole movie. They're just getting into trouble, needing to get saved, like family drama. And it's like, bro, you guys are over here dealing with family BS while you guys are on the Jurassic Park island. Like,
did you know? In Coraline, made in 2009, the Welcome Home cake features a double loop on the O. According to graphology, a double loop on a lowercase o means the person who wrote it is lying. But there is only one double loop, meaning she is welcome, but she's not home.
Does height matter?
Yeah.
It does matter.
Yes.
Even though men can't change that.
Yeah, it's like a preference.
So we're gonna measure your waist. Does height matter?
Yeah.
Alright, if you don't believe in an intelligent creator, God, I just want you to watch this video. This is a 1000x zoom on the human eye. Look at the complexity. Like, this is wild. What does this look like to you? The human eye is so incredibly complex. To think that this all came from a big bang, order from chaos, is insane. We were intelligently designed by an intelligent creator, obviously. Peace and love.
On the other day said, oh, boys can't wear makeup. And then I looked at him and I said, but he was listening to somebody else say that. And I said, but daddy wears makeup, remember? And then he said, yeah, but dad does it for work. Makeup's for everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm programming them to have a different mindset now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't like the term weird.
Yeah.
It offends me. So like when people say, oh, that's weird, or you're weird, or...
Buddy, you're fucking weird. You're weird. And your son was right. I'm on his side with that. Men are not supposed to be wearing makeup. I don't know what kind of fucking fantasy land you assholes are living on, but you gotta... What is going on, dude?
Do you notice anytime somebody's not straight, they always gotta like program or push shit onto their kids? Like, why can't you just let them do what they like? Whatever happened to letting people have their own fucking opinions, bro?
Goodbye, Donald Trump. We're finally moving to Canada.
Oh, you guys are actually serious this time. Dope! Well, welcome to Canada, where the average median wage is less than a Starbucks barista's in Seattle, where the unemployment rate is 70% higher than America's, where our household debt is the worst in the G7, where drinking on the beach is illegal, but shooting heroin on a playground isn't. We might even give you the tools for it. Where we have universal healthcare, except 25% of us don't have a family doctor, and where our Prime Minister openly advocates for doubling our population entirely by immigration over the next 24 years. But hey, at least we've got poutine, handgun bans, and a great relationship with the Chinese government.
How do you feel about children being on puberty blockers?
I think it's child abuse. I think demonizing a natural process is wrong. And if a child is that afraid of puberty, they need some serious therapy.
I had gender dysphoria as a kid. I thought I was born in the wrong body. Growing up, I realized that's not possible because you don't know what it's like being in the wrong body. I'm detransitioning myself. I have been so ill, and they want to do this to children. These people need to be locked up. It is the modern day lobotomy. They belong in jail.
Ready? Yep.
Solved?
Hey. Solved. So you guys...
That's gonna be good, dude.
How much time was it?
I don't know yet.
What do you mean you don't know?
Okay. 100.
Hey guys, you guys can't smoke weed here. You gotta read the sign. Ah ha ha! That's crazy. Ah ha ha! Gotcha!
Ciao!
Oh, attention! Mike!
Oh putain! Oh putain! Merde, vite! Vite, vite! Retourne dedans! Retourne dedans! C'est bon. Un bout! Un bout! Vite, vite, vite!
What?
Girl, what the?
My depth perception is just fucking terrible because that just doesn't even look that far to me, but I googled it. It's 1.25 miles. I would die halfway there. The fucking current's strong. There's sharks. But every part of me, even knowing that, is like, yeah, I could swim that.
It seems like no matter which way you drift, though, like you're kind of eventually end up on shore.
Tecnologia! Tecnologia! Accede...
A four-dimensional being could slice you open and see your insides without you even noticing, and can see everything you do, even when you're inside your room. However, you can't really see or understand a four-dimensional being because it's beyond our perception, and it is comprised of length, width, and height. The fourth dimension is an extra dimension added to ours, which, in theory, could be time. This means a four-dimensional being can also see our past, present, and future at the same time, or as a single whole.
I don't know. I still can't comprehend the fourth dimension.
The way these motherfuckers were moving on the X-Men had me thinking that I was next. Nah, cause the Sentinels in X-Men Days of Future Past did not need to be that terrifying, bro. Because these motherfuckers were on straight demon time the entire movie, bro. I swear to God. And they weren't just beating like entry-level mutants, bro. These guys were easily beating Omega-level mutants. Literally look at how easily they pack up Iceman. Mind you, Iceman is one of the strongest mutants the X-Men have ever had. Like Iceman in terms of power is literally comparable to Jean Grey, Magneto, Storm, etc. And the Sentinels just pack it up like it's an average Tuesday, like it's no big deal. And then they ore farm and step on his head. Like, bro, you can't even make it. Like, the Sentinels were so bad that the X-Men's only way of defeating them was going back in time and preventing the creation of them. That is crazy. Like, how many villains are so unbelievably impossible to beat that the only way that you can win is going back in time and preventing the creation of those villains? I can't think of any. Okay, maybe it's happened one other time, but my point still stands.
Yeah, now that I think about it, that movie was pretty crazy because all the X-Men were just getting handled this whole film, bruh.
This is where you dropped it? Yeah. Oh, bro. That was cool though. Holy shit. Your screen's not cracked? No way.
First, they're sour. Then they're sweet. Sour, sweet, gone.
One day you will have to answer for your actions. And God will not be so merciful.
Oh! Oh!
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Sieg heil! Mutterfickers!
Imagine playing this in the living room when your grandpa's asleep.
Who owns Mr. Beast? How did Mr. Beast go from 10 million to 100 million subscribers? Well, he's owned by this company called Knight Media. The same company that manages Kai Cenat, Hassan Piker, Costco guys, Drewski, and who's their president? Ezra Cooper Stein. And guess who invested $100 million into Knight Media? The Chernin Group, owned by Peter Chernin. And guess what Peter Chernin and Alex Cooperstein have in common?
Anybody who's anybody in the media nowadays is definitely controlled by Jews. I mean, the Jews control the bank. They have all the money. They're giving you all the money if you push, let's say, I don't know, say this on your videos and push this agenda. We'll give you all the money you want. Just get people on board with us. I watched a movie called The Order last night, and I definitely recommend you guys check it out.
Now there's something special about these. There's a button right here. Click this button. Here? Yeah. You just took a picture. Oh, this is devious. And then also, if you hold down the button, hold down that button. Oh no. Hold it down. Now you're recording a video. This is sick. There's some perversion going on. There's some sick fuck doing weird shit. Oh God. Well, yeah, I mean, people are gonna record back shots. Why am I hearing music? It also connects to Bluetooth. Dude, it's fucking crazy. Dude, this is nothing but trouble. I'm sorry.
Why didn't nobody tell me with one misstep, you can be fighting for your life with your appendix? I'm not even playing when I tell you, bro, this shit is actually scary. One day you chilling. The next day it feel like your stomach just got hit with a drop kick from Brock Lesnar. Imagine you just get done eating Wingstop. Your stomach get to hurt and you think you only got a cramp. But then you find out your appendix is a ticking time bomb with the clock on 0. I've been stressing about diabetes, high cortisol. No. I have a useless organ that can go off at any moment. Bro, I thought this shit was rare. No, and the way that it happens is the scariest part. One day I went to go pick up my homie. He sat down in the car super fast, clutched his stomach. I'm like, bro, what's wrong? This man started crying. He's the toughest nigga I know. Took him to the hospital and they say he ruptured his appendix. I can't even live peacefully knowing I got a creeper in my damn body that whenever it feels like it can say bye-bye. This shit got me second guessing anytime I want to sit down, lay down, eat. And the worst part about it, once you go to the doctor and be like, yo, how this happened? What's wrong? Bro, no one knows because the appendix is useless.
I felt like my appendix burst just hearing this.
I made $300,000. I'm 23. I drive a Porsche.
Yeah, well, I'm 25 and I have this. You see that? That's real luxury.
Why are men expected to accept female hormones, but women won't accept male hormones?
Wow. That's a really good question. That makes me so ignorant, but I've never once I've definitely been like, wow, what a horny man, but I've been like, oh, my period, I'm so mean. Okay, wow. That's a good question.
No, we know this is what no makeup looks like, and all the makeup you use is going to keep making your acne worse. That's why the largest makeup company in the world, L'Oreal, is also the largest face wash company in the world, because they know that all of the makeup that you're using to cake your face, clog your pores, and not allow natural light to clean your skin is going to cause you to buy their face wash, and you're just going to be stuck in this perpetual cycle buying their products for the rest of your life. Just stop using makeup, and your skin will heal up, and we know the difference anyway, so it shouldn't even matter. That's so tough.
You can't work a job because of your dog's separation anxiety. At that point, you are not going to survive in society. And there is no budget I can make.
My therapist has come to the recommendation that I not have a direct boss.
Girl, you're not going to survive. Everyone has a boss.
Do you?
Yes, the audience.
Uh-huh.
I have a boss. The platform that I'm on, I have to follow the rules and regulations, or else no money. Every month it is getting more competitive to get a remote job. More people are getting laid off in tech, and everyone wants a remote job. You are competing with the top of the top of the top. In-person is what gets you an income next week. We can get you an in-person job because you're not.
Job, where am I going to put my dog for an in-person job? She has severe separation anxiety, and she ate through my door.
You might have to surrender the dog if you cannot survive as a human being, because if you're not able to survive, they're not able to survive.
If you really want to tap into some stuff, get up at 4 o'clock, and that's when you're most creative. So even if you got some problems, and you're trying to figure some shit out, and you need some kind of thing, get up at 4 o'clock and think about it. And you'll tap into it and bring you all the shit you need.
Speaking of, whenever I'm up around this time scrolling TikTok or Instagram looking for videos, like I'll find a certain clip or a video and it'll make me want to get up and like start recording because I have like so much things like I want to say, but then like the next day I forget everything that I wanted to say.
The thing that really bothers me about all these people, car insurance, credit card, landlords, fucking everybody, the utility company, the water company, They all speak to you as though you are voluntarily doing this, as though they are doing you a favor. I don't want to pay for any of this shit. I don't want to do any of this. I didn't ask to do any of this at all. I didn't ask for it. I didn't even have to be fucking alive. I don't want to do this. I don't want to pay my car insurance. I don't want car insurance. I don't want to give you my new driver's license. I don't want to fucking do that. But I have to for some fucking reason. Because for some fucking reason, in order to be alive, you have to pay 20 different people $200.
This new generation just doesn't want to work. When I was your age, I busted ass at McDonald's for a summer and bought a 3-bedroom, 2-bath beach house.
There are people in my life that cannot meet with me in public. Friends I've known for years, people I've known from high school, people I've known from college, people I've known through politics, people that I know do not want to have lunch with me because they're terrified that someone might see them, someone might post it on Twitter, and they will have their life destroyed. Even people that are not political, even people that I've known my entire life since high school, family, friends that my parents have known since they were little kids. They want nothing to do with me because of the ramifications of meeting with me. Now tell me how that benefits my life. They say it's about money. I'm banned from major banks. I can't process credit cards on my website. I can't sell, we sell these hats. We have to sell them using Bitcoin because I can't take a Visa or a MasterCard. We tried. We worked with the bank. The bank knew who we were. They knew we were selling the hats. They said, hey, no problem. We want to take care of you guys. We open up sales for the hats. Within 1 week, they said, we're going to reverse all the transactions. We can't do business with you. How's that helping? How's that helping me? How's that helping my life? Anyway.
I mean, regardless wherever this map was hanging, it's still pretty interesting that somebody, made it.
Michael, do you know what the leading cause of death for pregnant people is?
Pregnant people?
Mm-hmm.
Mothers? Women?
If you'd like to call them mothers, not all of them are mothers, but if you'd like to call them that.
What are they if they're not mothers?
They're pregnant people.
What people other than mothers are pregnant?
It only takes a couple extra syllables to use inclusive language.
To include who?
To include people who don't, identify as women but can become pregnant.
So you're telling me that in order to be a moral person, I need to accept the idea that a man can really become a woman. That's a prerequisite of my being a moral person.
I mean, yes.
I would like to identify, I do identify actually, as the correct person on this issue. And I would just ask that you accept and affirm my identity. Do you?
Well, you are not a medical professional, and abortion and pregnancy is a medical concern. That's not your identity.
That is my identity. I promise you, that's my identity.
Yeah, I'm not partaking in that mental delusion, bro. There's only 2 genders. Only women can get pregnant. I like to live in this place called reality.
Artemis to Houston, we're seeing some kind of fog cloud out here. Not sure what it is exactly.
Copy that, Artemis. We have visual. We're going to continue monitoring it.
Houston, there's something moving in there.
Say again, Artemis?
There's multiple anomalies moving around the planet. Seems to be organic life forms. Size appears to be... Oh, God.
What is an anime trope that you're tired of seeing?
I'm kind of tired of all the horny. I can do without it. I know it's
custom and everyone's like used to seeing it now, but it's a little weird. Like, it's one thing if like they're all like adults. You have to understand that most anime has teenagers in it. I don't like seeing that. I'll be like watching a show and it's like the most normal show, and then all of a sudden, like, if your roommate or like family member walks in, how do I explain this if they don't watch anime? So I can do without that. There's a show on Netflix called Blue Box. That one doesn't necessarily have any of that, really, so I appreciate it.
Is there an example of an anime that took the fan service too far?
7 Deadly Sins. Yeah, that's the one. I can't. I mean, I liked it at first. I thought the story was pretty cool, and then they started doing some stuff, and then I was like, oh, no, I just dropped the show after that. I can do it.
What's an anime trope that you'll never get tired of?
I don't know if I'm like in the minority or the majority, but I actually really don't hate beach episodes. I know everyone like kind of memes on it. I don't know. I kind of like seeing the ocean. Maybe a hot take, but sometimes the ocean looks better in anime than I think in real life.
That's so true. Every time I've ever seen somebody watching anime, like I've walked in on them like damn near sound like they're getting it on in the show. And it's like so much moaning, and it's like, dude, it's pretty strange too when you realize that a majority of the people who watch anime or consume anime are like teenagers. I know there's adults that watch it too, which is fine. Adults can do whatever they want, but when it comes to like kids consuming this type of content or whatever you call it, it's pretty strange.
Alright, put it on my finger.
Oh no, sorry, man. You can't disrespect him like that. You know?
Why, you can't disrespect him?
Me? Oh, yeah, of course. I can't.
Why? We both his girlfriend.
Let him. What?
Yes, he doesn't care. We both. He has both of us.
Man. Are you serious?
Yeah, both of them.
Man, you the man, my brother. I respect you for that.
Right on, appreciate you, gang.
I don't have nothing to do with that.
He's all, I don't want nothing to do with that.
Dude, some people be playing life on easy mode, bro. I couldn't even do this with one. He's got 2. And in a tank top. Must have money.
Listen, if you let us off the hook, we'll help you out with something.
Oh, is that a bribe?
Well, just
help me out how?
We can help you with a little hawk too, you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying. Don't touch me. What the fuck is a hawk too?
You know, a little spitting on it.
Jesus Christ, you're probably not going to PQRS. Alright. It's a plus
Only
one.
if you want.
No, it's a plus 1. Hey, you guys have a good day.
Okay. Wait, come back. Can't believe
Bro, that shit worked. What the fuck?
Zach Smith. Oh my god, how do you know my name?
It's called Zach Smith.
Is it vodka? Yeah, I said is that Smith, not I thought you said is that Zach Smith?
It literally says in the contract, across universes and galaxies and planets, if Elon gets us to Mars and they show Drake and Josh, it's impossible for me to get paid for it.
So no one on the show gets residuals, though?
Nobody. Well, the guest stars.
Really?
Oh, yeah. There's people who said 2 lines on one episode that still get checks in the mail.
That is pretty crazy that
Josh and I,
corporations are making bag off of your show.
Netflix just bought it. It's top 10 on Netflix. And I got to figure out how to pay my rent this month.
It says in his contract, across universes, galaxies, and planets. These higher up people definitely know a little more about the universe than they're leading on. I mean, that's just so random to put in a contract.
Can I talk about something scary real quick?
Please.
The Senate was issued satellite phones, or said in preparation of a disruptive event, man-made or natural disaster. But get this.
What's coming?
I'm fine with being scary. Just don't be vague. Did you hear about that train that went missing?
In America?
Yeah. Contained 60,000 pounds of explosives. But the same week, the FDA released a commercial that was basically warning people of fake news. And the whole fake news was like someone tweeting like, heads up everyone, the internet's we're about to have a blackout of the internet.
So specific.
Be prepared. And it showed it like going viral and like people are getting scared. Like, don't be persuaded by fake news. And it says, use our website to like have all the real news. To stay aware of misinformation.
What is the Food and Drug Administration doing?
That's what I was wondering. Strange.
Where
People say broccoli is good for you.
And
Fake news. Hey.
Fake news. It came out by the...
It's a point of view shot. The point of view shot is somebody just walking forwards with the camera. So basically he's filming what he's seeing. Very deep inside the catacombs, other than the point of view shots, are pictures of bones. Human bones. Occasionally he stops and he photographs bones, often in the shape of an arrow. These arrows point in a direction. Occasionally also, he stops to photograph roomfuls of bones, which means that he's very, very deep inside the catacombs. What happened to him? Nobody knows. There are ways to match things up, to try to identify where this person was in the catacombs. At times you'll see there's signs, painted signs on the wall, which is not uncommon. People have been painting in the catacombs for centuries. So it is possible with these paintings that we may be able to retrace an itinerary to some extent. After about 40 minutes of these point of view shots and these pictures of bones, the person begins to walk faster and faster. Then he begins to run. We hear his breathing get louder and louder, as though something was scaring him. He's frightened, he's frightened. Occasionally he stops, perhaps to try to decide which way to run among all the many different corridors. He's running faster and faster and faster, deeper and deeper into the catacombs. And all of a sudden, he drops the camera. The camera just drops on the ground and keeps rolling. And you see his feet just run away. And it keeps rolling until it runs out of tape.
Deep into Dead Man's Crack, Dave dropped the only flashlight he brought with him. Entering a state of panic, he scrambled to find his lifeline, only to drop all of his food in the process. With no light or food, Dave attempted to crawl backwards through Dead Man's Crack, only to fall down no survivor's sliver. At the bottom of the chimney, Dave landed in a deep pool of bag guano. When he emerged from the guano, he crawled into a corner where he could rest, only to be quickly covered in 1,000 spiders, something Dave was on record as not being a fan of. When the spiders left, Dave reached for his cell phone to call for help, only to find a text message from his wife Trish informing him that they were breaking up. Before Dave could reply to Trish, his phone battery ran out. Truly alone, Dave considered that this may be it for him. Several hours later, nearly dying of hypothermia, Dave could hear a truck pulling up to the entrance of Dead Man's Crack. Dave tried to call out for help, but when he lifted his neck and inhaled to do so, he slid even deeper into no survivor's sliver. This new, even deeper part of the corridor happened to expose only Dave's head to a flowing stream of water, effectively waterboarding Dave. Unfortunately for Dave, the truck was not a concerned fellow caver or a rescue crew, but instead the repo man who was there for Dave's car, as Dave had forgotten to make payments on it. After 6 days of being stuck in the corridor, Dave would pass away from exposure, leaving behind 5 children and a $600,000 a year job as an ice cream taste tester.
Average day for a cave explorer.
Wasn't a publicity, but it's all we had hanging around.
Yeah, let's keep pushing up and down and around. Pull it back toward you. Oh, that's good. Wow. Push it that way.
Being a night owl and being an early bird is actually a thing that happened way back at the beginning of civilization. Really? So it's not in everybody's gene, but certain people inherited it, and it was deadass the 10% of the population. That you're supposed to be a night owl and you're supposed to be awake really late at night. Why? Okay. So back in the day, you can imagine you have a campfire, we're all in the cave sleeping, and you're telling me nobody's gonna keep guard? Somebody had to keep guard. Now, there's so many dangers. There's could be like saber-toothed tigers, freaking dinosaurs if they were real. No, you never know. There were some creatures that could kill us, or even other people that could kill us if somebody wasn't awake. So the very small portion of those people were deemed as the night owls or the watchers, the protectors, right? You can imagine these people, they carry traits. It's pretty common in night owls right now. One of them being very creative and very overthinking.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here. If you guys did enjoy this video, let me know by leaving a thumbs up and or subscribing if you guys are new.
Dude, I'm gonna bring my chair in here with you, bro. Let's react to some videos together.
Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I wanted to give you guys an hour long because like I haven't been uploading this past week, so I thought that would maybe make up for it. But anyways, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.